For many years, I'm Al Cubbage. I am former president of the Evanston Bicycle Club, longtime commuter. For many years, I was a vice president at Northwestern University, and one of my staffers said, Al, the only reason that you are a vice president is because you're tall and you have nice hair and a good voice. No other qualifications whatsoever. And I think there's some accuracy in that, but at least I'm tall, so that's it. Again, I would say, first of all, thank you to John for organizing this and inviting me to talk. I'm a lifelong bicyclist. I was a bike commuter for about 30 years and continue to ride pretty regularly. I'm sure some of you, however, are probably more serious cyclists than I tend to ride pretty casually. But I appreciate the opportunity to speak. I also want to thank all the members of ETA, and I see a couple of them who I know are involved, for working with downtown Evanston this summer to do those rides that were once a month, I think. And it was really a great way to get people who are not experienced bike cyclists to come in. So I thought that was really a great program, and I really appreciate the ETA for putting it on in cooperation with the downtown Evanston. Like I say, I'm the former president of the Evanston Bicycle Club. I realize that herding bicyclists is similar to not just herding cats, but herding feral cats. So organizing those rides is a lot of work. And then last, I would say, thanks to all of you for your advocacy for bicycling. In recent years, Evanston and local communities have made some real efforts to make improvements for biking safer. And I think that's really important. But I think there's no question, I think all of you would agree, hopefully, that more is needed. There often is opposition to these improvements for bicycling. Some of you, if you got anybody from Lincolnwood was planning to put in a lovely separated bike lane on Pratt Avenue from the corner of Boulevard all the way west. And local neighbors killed it, so it's going to be painted lanes, which is an improvement, but not as good as the separated bike lanes. The Chicago Avenue project that John referenced, which, boy, I certainly hope all of you will come to that meeting, make your feelings known. There's going to be a website that you can send in comments on the Chicago Avenue corridor. I think it's really important to make your voices heard on that one, so I really recommend that. It's at Robert Crown next Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m. I think most of the time the opposition tends to come from loss of parking or concern about cars. And I think the challenge is that for really 100 years, transportation planners and urban planners when thinking about transportation have given the top priority to vehicles, motorized vehicles. And that's not necessarily all wrong or all bad. You got to have motorized vehicles to an extent. But I would argue that that's a very 20th century approach, and we are now in the 21st century. And therefore, it is important to consider non-motorized vehicles. And to their credit, Evanston and Skokie have been pretty good about that. I really do think that. I think there's more that can be done. But there are things that are being planned. For example, I think some of you are aware, Skokie is planning painted bike lanes on Church Street that will run the entire width of the village, all the way from the Columbus Boulevard, all the way across the Eagles Expressway, west to almost Farms Woods Forest, or to the Forest Preserve. That's going to be a real nice addition getting people out west. Evanston has certainly made some improvements along Oakland Avenue, the side path there, short, but still nice to have. So I do think our municipalities are being thoughtful, or being better about it. But I also think that there's just a lot that can be done to make things safer for both cyclists and pedestrians. Cars are important, but they're not the answer for everything. So that's kind of where I am on it. I've been an advocate for a number of years. I continue to believe it. Oh, I have to say, my opinions are that of Al Cubbage. They do not represent the opinions of any senior citizens organization or the Evanston Bicycle Club. They are my personal opinions. And then finally, I would say a quick plug for those of you who are bicyclists for the Evanston Bicycle Club. We're a recreational club. It's not an advocacy group, but we do have bike rides pretty much every day, all the way through pretty much all year long, with everything from casual rides at a nice easy pace, all the way up to the super whippets, the guys who ride at 20 miles an hour. I'm not one of them. And just go to evanstonbikeclub.org, take a look, and we'd love to see you out on a bike ride someday. Thanks very much.